Welcome, RPG Limit Break fans, to the Final Fantasy Randomizer 2023 Fall Tournament Semifinals Race 2. It leagued from outer space. My name is Thabian Hawk. With me in the booth today, our restreamer Jay Scheidel and our tracker duo of Socket and Ghost Pirates. Jay Scheidel, what fun do we have in store for our party, or with these parties and blessings?
Oh my goodness, we were just talking about this in the room, but there's a lot going on here. Let me go ahead and transition it over so that everyone can see what exactly got rolled here. Remember, it's a 4 forced.
Dark Moon, what have you given them to deal with?
Oh, 2 black belts, 2 white mages, 4 forced party. Here we go.
I do believe that the caster item they start with is going to get some pretty heavy use unless they find something like Harm 3 or Fade really early.
Yeah, we're looking for something good early here, but this takes temper off the table, this takes fast off the table, this takes a lot of the stuff off. So it's going to be interesting to see because these flags, oh my goodness, these flags.
Gotta admit, the plus 10 vitality plus promo fighter armor, mainly the vitality thing, helps with that black belt. And having plus 15% or agility and heal magic on those white mages from the start is good, but I'm fairly certain they wouldn't have minded the fighter with legendary sword and elemental magic, or maybe just the red mage that had Invis 2.
Or maybe just something that can cast something else.
Nearly do.
So, looking around at our other flags, we got lots going on here. This is a floor, entrance, and town shuffle. So everything is all mixed up in this world.
With deep towns just to spice it up, so some towns might not even be at the surface.
I mean, we took a little bit of sympathy on them, and we at least have save on game over on. But oh my goodness,
Yeah, but then we threw on set RNG, so they're gonna run into the same thing over and over again unless they take that into account.
it's going to be a very interesting set to see what ends up happening. Let's see a couple other flags just to take note on. If we could change the map in some way, we did. I think every single game mode and overworld thing is on. So we've got extended open progression, we've got Northern Docks, Raycon Docks, Bahamut Docks, Lefane River, Bridge to Lefane, Gaia Mountain, Highway to Ordeals, and River to Melmond. Whew!
Well, our first shot at the randomization, we have dwarves at Canaria Castle, and Canaria's Canary with life and harm. Hey, that's a sweeper. I think that might actually get use.
Is Harm 1 a sweeper? I thought it was single target.
All harm, I believe all harm spells are sweepers. I think that was one of the limitations or differences between harm and non-elementals, but I could be wrong. Ooh, enhanced harm is not. Shumbabi in chat pointing that out. Thank you, Shumbabi.
Yeah. That Life 1 may get some use, though, because Life 1 in battle is on. So we might see that happen if one of our black belts goes down.
Houses are cheap. That's not bad to see. About 500 gold.
Did you happen to see what our caster item was to start with?
Zeus Gauntlet -3. Did see a copper bracelet +3 or something up as a piece of armor. That's pretty sweet to see.
Thought I saw 5, but don't know.
It's a plus, which for the white mages is huge. Let's see our first. Well, we have Seafloor.
You hate to see that as the first one off, but
yeah. And then the question about how the encounter tables are going to go. These black belts in front are not going to random well. Oh, and they must check everything. That is the chime. Everything's loose. And Seafood Party Pack, a quick exit for Sorlix. Or Solar Rex.
Solario? Yeah.
Solario Rex. Okay, I'll get it.
Bahamut's floor 1 up on Rojo's side, leading to Crescent.
With the cube for sale. Not cheap, but it's there.
That's expensive.
And Melmond is located.
Silver's -2, but those are pretty dang cheap. But yeah, copper's +5, 180. And I see our culprit here in chat. Dark Moon, what did you do? What did you do?
And thank you. So it looks like Melman is at the bottom of Toph, which is actually C right side. I mean, access to level 5 magic, but that's more just the ability to translate the slab at this point.
Yeah. Note that down and then come back here later.
Looks like Luffy's continuing on the loop to the left. He has access to other parts of the map that way, and if he goes the other way, it's basically Matoya or Provoca. Only 2 things to check, so makes sense to go left this way. In fact, Budgemano doing the exact same thing. As Rojo comes out of Matoya's, is probably going to go towards Provoca, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Rojo
Yeah, Dark
going...
Moon saying in chat, town at the bottom of a dungeon's really nice.
It does give you the save and fast exit. Noticing that that volcano floor is definitely not correctly orientated, so we have flipped floors enabled. I believe that was in Dwarves, and that leads to Mirage 1.
The only one that ever really gets me with the flip floors are some of the volcano ones. Like, I know which way I should go, but what?
Something in Mirage 1 has frost, and Luffy DV is out of Mirage 1. And Budge finds the crown at the top right chest, and the key.
And the key.
What? Dark Moon, you gave them all these weird things, and then you just front-loaded a bunch of items. Chimera is providing the early exit. With that crown and key, I don't think he's going to dive again. And Chime for Rojo, key and crown for Luffy. They're just getting their items and going. And Adamant. Okay, come on.
Well, and all this armor that we're seeing is going to be great to sell. Not that we need anything, but we did see that, the chime or something for 13k?
Yeah, now with that Adamant and knowing where Dwarfs is, that's like fast turn in and check, and with the key, that's a fast access, as you can see Budgemano finding the ship, and ooh, we've also found Bahamut, why not? So Bahamut is the bottom of Dwarf's Cave, and has the rod. So Dwarf's Cave so far has 4 incentive items, 5 incentive items. And we know the ship
6.
and the tail, that's 6. Quest chains? Who needs quest chains? He's choosing to promote. He wants access to all the white magic.
Yeah, I'm surprised knowing about these black belts.
Yeah, find the ribbon, make it up, but yeah, that loses the black belt's M-Def growth. It does give access to fighter armor though, so that I actually kind of understand that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Meanwhile, Budgemano with the boat is headed on to Provoca and finds Cece's Gambit. And some Hydras.
Yeah, is it fighter or is it knight armor?
It said promo fighter armor, so.
Okay.
But that's still access to silver gear, so very handy.
Like silver rolled up.
I do believe they found an ice shield or a fire shield at some point as well, so.
Hey, the white shirt up on Budgemano's. We got white mages, why not?
And an Oxy Ale coming out of there, so that Cece's Gambit room coming in big. Rojo in Melmond as Solaris, or Roostic, and a bottle.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
And the black shirt. So another sweeper.
So is the loot going to be behind the longest chain possible to keep them looking for something at this point? Because they're really grinding through all the possibilities. And hey, Luffy's found Castle Canaria and the king just has some gold, so...
But we got the key, so we can go back here and check these and have to remember, where is it again? Is there, there's something here?
I'd have to double check what the scaling for experience is with all the incentive items in hand, because they're going to be getting their punch cannons online a little easier with all these front-loaded items. And that black shirt for extra caster item, that's not bad. And for Luffy, when he finds that white shirt, he will be able to use that.
Oh, and I have to just echo Classic Gamer in chat here. Thanks so much, all these trackers, because I'm getting lost in what we get in here. So, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Double down on that. Tracking 2 racers on either side for a 4-man race is hard enough.
With all loose and going different directions, yeah.
Yeah, Budge Mono in Provoca, going through the sky floor that Solaris Rex is on, has made it to Marsh Bottom, so more chests to check. What do we find down here? The TNT, why not?
Okay. Oh,
And
there's
the
your
loot, it's dwarves from the Adamant turn-in.
What else?
Now, here's a good question. What's the spike tile? It is... Isn't that vanilla?
Yes, that is vanilla.
And
With
the
a,
emerald.
Slightly miscolored ruby behind it. To be fair, I like emeralds better than rubies too. It's good.
Yeah, I can understand that. Green is a pretty thing. I'm more of an opal person, though.
Oh.
That zombie D is a bit juicy. I'm assuming Budge... Yes, he's definitely taking that.
Yeah, you got harm, and with improved harm on, it's going to be putting in some damage.
And Rojo down into Bahamut's. Whether or not he chooses to promote like Luffy did, we will find out. Because he hasn't got the tail yet, until he gets the tail, and then he chooses or not to.
Well, those zombie dragons decided to say no.
They do have the right. And Rojo also choosing to promote.
Well, like chat said, you get access to the fighter armor. Maybe not going up to 42 anyway, so yeah, do it.
I mean, when you've got double barrel punch cannons, they don't necessarily need to be fully online because they can, well, have 2 of them hit up and they've got armor available. So I totally understand. And Budge Mono headed back to Canaria, gonna heal up as Solaris Rex gets wiped out of Provoca Dive. So much to track as to who is with where and what.
Yeah, watching Luffy go back here, I'm like, I think we've already seen these chests, but huh?
Now the question is, does Budge Mono have enough gold to buy the cube that we know at least is in Gaia?
Probably.
I think it was
has not enough
1,200
weapons.
or 12,000.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got it.
And even
That's
if not, we found a coral sword. We found other stuff that we can sell easy. So
Most definitely.
yeah, that copper +5 is probably better than the silver natural even.
I don't know for certain, but I wouldn't be shocked, because +5 rolls up pretty heavy. Sucks seeing an opal +3 being thrown away, but if you can't use it, it's not the opal bracelet, so it's nothing that they can use. The Life 2 and Fog 2 at level 5 white, or level 6 white. Honestly, Fog 2 could come in handy in a pinch. Luffy taking those R-Hydras really wants that experience. That armor on his black belt's doing a huge job keeping them alive. Gets the kill, level 11, on his party members. It looks like Solaris Rex is going up towards the Peninsula Power. He is going towards Lefane and Gaia.
Yeah, but not a flag we see very often, but the bridge to Melmon, sorry, the bridge up to Lefane.
What is in the forest? It is
Hey.
Toph. That is huge. He does not have the key though, so he cannot check the 3 other boxes on right side. Or they might be left side, depending on if this Toph is flipped or not, but regardless, that's access to the princess.
I recall
again,
correctly with those 2 pillars, it's left.
There are tells I have never learned.
It's the pillars next to Garland. If they're in, it's on left, and if they're out, it's on right.
Pro ring, that's pretty nice to see. And Rojo actually checking TFC because he's got the key and might as well.
Luffy up to level 12 already. It's not bad for this early.
And Budgemono has found Carrie's floor.
A reversed Carrier's floor. Don't know if Budge remembered that is a linked chest and wanted to grab it anyway, or forgot and meant to go here.
I can only assume he wanted to come here because if he finds the proper armory floor or Agama floor, it's definitely faster to get the items there than it is the linked chest at Carrie's floor.
Sometimes, though, it's kind of the big brain play to grab the linked chest, just in case it was something.
True. And Solaris Rex with the chime can also go into the Ryokan desert, or the desert there, and go into Mirage and see what's there. And hey, Guy is actually Provoca. That's level 2 magic, and that is huge because that's harm 3 and exit.
Ooh.
That is a substantial upgrade in sweeper spells.
Well, and don't discount exit right here with all these deep dungeons, or these deep floors.
You
get
really
down there,
do.
you need out.
Solaris Rex finding out what Bicky has as Budgemono is heading towards the marsh entrance, and Rojo actually right in front of him there. It is Ordeals. Ordeals and Ice Primary, or the Ice Cave Primary Loop, are both not separated by floor. They are one item together because that would just be evil. Get your pillar in chat, people. It looks like we're on the 4th pillar room pretty early. Socket going with 4. I'll go with 3. I'm not evil. They don't have warp. And Marsh Top for Solaris Rex.
Ooh, another Zeus gauntlet there for Budge.
And the floater for Solaris Rex. That is huge. And the craziest thing is he hasn't even found the ship or the canoe or the canal. So
yeah. Even though floater's huge, but we're only unable to get to like the Bahamut and Onrak continent, so everything else is pretty much open.
And Bones have Stinger just to be trolls. Dem bones are poisonous, and I miss which pillar it was, but oh well. Thorhammer plus 3, another really good caster item. Same effect as the Zeus Gauntlet, but as a weapon.
Ordeals is just on, I guess, lightning here. Thor's hammer and Zeus.
I guess these are Norse, or these are North, and the crystal was there, so Ordeals actually had an incentive item.
Nice. Socket telling us the first pillar won.
And the herb Ordeals is doubling down. And it's both fetch quests that are normally in the Inner Sea. And the slab, because why not? And we also know where Melman is. Seriously, Dark Moon?
I know
Thank
these
you?
items group, but oh my.
Really, really, really wanted to get those punch cans online as soon as possible. Now the next thing they need to do is go into a place that has an easy spike tile, and it turns out to be just an eye.
Yeah. I don't know, if you had tents or something, I might save up here in the desert and see what it is at least.
Well, Solaris Rex back down from his run up to Gaia, which was Provoca and everything between. Meanwhile, Luffy is cleaning out that marsh bottom, and he just resets out. Or exits out. I didn't remember if he had the exit or not.
Don't know that it made it up there yet.
No, he did not. I think, yeah, Solaris Rex was the only one that actually made it all the way up to Gaia yet. And hey, it's a house. And since Solaris Rex did not have the key, he did not go in and, well, get the ship. Ooh, poison arachnids. Hey, Dark Moon, you pulled a Danny. Then I do believe he taught Danny how to roll seed, so... Yep, Elfin Castle is a Canaria random isle, and yep, Solaris Rex getting all the things that we know are near each other in Mirage 1.
Trying to wait to see what we find that's gonna push us on. It's gotta be that floater, but... where can we go? What can we do?
Well, they've already got the ruby, so they can get over to the Titan's Tunnel. They can get into every location at that point. With the chime, with the ruby, that unlocks the entire map once they have access to the floater.
Yeah, because we've got Oxyale already, so yeah. And just in case we haven't said it, it is still the 4 orbs, so we gotta find all 4 fiends, and so far, we've only found Carrie.
And definitely we're not ready to take the fight.
Yeah.
Now will Solaris Rex choose to promo or not? Because, well, Hirojo finding Carrie and also going left, not right.
It happens.
I mean, technically, Flame Armor Ice 2 is equipable by the Black Belts. Or Masters, I should say. And nope, Solaris Rex chooses not to go for it. Wants that MDef over the Pure Absorb. And Rojo going through and checking the link chest. He's just going to take what he can get.
I mean, if you grab the right items, and then you know that you don't need to check any more chests, especially with 2 black belts, yeah? It's a small chance, but you get the loot up there, you know?
Indeed. This is a very interesting conundrum because there's the loot for Solaris Rex. When you run the black belt, you really want to go speed and power. You don't want to just constantly checking chests. So the sooner they're done, the sooner they're happy. And this will be Solaris Rex with the ship, which will get him out of the inner sea with the canal open. Will he be our first runner to actually leave the inner sea by any other means than a bridge?
I mean, we have the floater. We have the dock by the floater. Yes. That's gotta be the beeline where we're going right now.
And it seems to be. Not even bother going to Melman Continent. He can just get there by the sea or by airship the moment he gets into the air.
Yeah, any other way is just fast. Like, it's faster to go there with the airship.
Pickles, I see where you're coming from. But the great thing is, not all runners seem to agree, so we have variants.
Well, and if you step back and look at it, you're like, yes, I have the armor. I need the ribbons and everything. But if you're sitting there playing and you're going, I have black belts. This is how I play a black belt.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Here we have we have Crescent turned out to be the vampire floor in Earth, and hey, Rojo is deciding to say, Carry, go, 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 and Luffy DV choosing to do the same.
I mean, didn't we say save on game over was on? Like, you give it a shot. The worst case scenario is you game over and save all your progress.
True, and with 2 armored up punch cannons that aren't fully online, but with caster items, and 2 white mages that actually do have spells that do damage, they could pull it off. Meanwhile, the Phantom kills one of the black belts. Yeah, that Earth floor was not so happy.
Luffy trying some Bane strats down here on Kraken.
Can we get a Bane honor? I think, is it a 3 or it's a 3 and 256, correct?
Yeah, I don't believe she is weak to it, so it's a pure dice roll.
Oh, she has Blizzard. How unthematically accurate, but totally brutal either way. And what do you know? Melmond is Titan's Tunnel East, so that's access to those 4 chests and whatever's on the other side of it for Budgemono. And Rojo also going Bane strats.
I mean, it's something to do, right?
And she has Thunder as well as Blizzard, so Rojo gets the wipe as well and says nope and leaves. So Carry is brutal.
Ooh, Dark Moon pointing out something. With the set RNG, if you get it, you can do it every time. So, like, I mean...
Interesting. We have C-Split on the top of the 2 on Bahamut's Island, which the bottom of 2 is Titan's East, or Titan's West. Man, do map trackers matter? And that's huge because the right side of the C-Split is the Bridge of Destiny, and it's not super deep, so if we find a good encounter, like Metal Slimes could be, that could be a party grind option. Unfortunately, they have Zeus Bonks instead of something that casts any sort of flame spell.
But depending on how much we want to take it, the Zeus Gauntlets with the Harm 3s could take care of them.
And Solaris Rex finding Earth Fiend, and Budgemono taking the Sky Fiend. We haven't seen anyone actually beat the Fire Fiend, so will we finally see an orb? And hey, Bane strats against the dragon. Who knows? Interesting. Budgemono actually using the white shirt. Stacking on some invasion and ruse stick on top of that, so he really wants to go, like, evade and punch. But if the Fire 2 casts do much, it could... well, that's back-to-back Fire 2s for effect. Meanwhile, as evasion stacks up there, evasion and harm 3 casts on the Lich by Solaris Rex. A Solario Rex. I think Solaris Rex, I'm a Mech Warrior fan.
Well, Budge up here on Tia. Are we going to get a Bane on her?
The scaling on these fiends seems to be pretty high. Oh, more Fire 2. There goes 2 of the casters. The Bane doesn't hit, unfortunately.
No.
But yeah, the scaling on these fiends is pretty high, because this is definitely not your normal speed bump.
Lich probably rolled closer to that 200 max.
It is dead, though, and that is all 4 party members absorbing. That's a level 9 across the party, and oh my word, Budgemono got it! He killed the Tia.
Hey.
That is 2 fiends dead, 1 for Budgemono in the air, and 1 for Solaris, which was the Ice Cave Earth Fiend in the ground.
The ice cave earth fiend in what?
It was the Earth Fiend located in the ice cave, which was in the ground.
Okay.
Whereas the either way, the seafloor Sky Fiend. Yeah, with Tia down, Budgemano going back in to see left side, see what's on the other side there.
Solario trying to take this blue dragon. Not a bad grind if it ends up being easy, but we'll see.
We have Ice Cave found, which I believe was in Sarda's cave for Solario Rex, and we have the waterfall at the bottom of left side of Sea Split on Muhammad's Isle. And ooh, Luffy finding a juicy pack of Gershark and Big Eye. If he can get the kill, that's pretty dang good. There's the Big Eye, that's the pinata popped. Now he just has to deal with the Guard Shark.
Yeah,
and he did it.
Level 15, not bad.
Ooh, there you go. A drop down safe grind tile. That is an Agama. With Ruse. Because why not?
Ruse
it did die fast. And when you've got caster items, you don't have to hit them.
Yeah, I think we're staying here for a little bit.
Robot has some gold, and his chests have more gold. Budgemano just exits out of there, and that is it for the Titan's Tunnel and Bahamut's Isle. Not having the floater, he is stuck on the ground, so he does not have access to everything that Solaris Rex does, including, at the moment, the Agama grind.
Bobby, are you talking to the runners here?
Just trying to coach.
Yeah.
I mean, optimal menuing is part of what makes a speedrunner fast. Ooh, interesting. Titan's East is actually Sarda. And Budgemano just says, no, I don't want to talk to the old man. I don't need anything right now because at this point I have every item. I just need to find all the fiends. I mean, for all we know, it literally could be a floaterless seed because we haven't seen everything that you can get to with the ship.
Yeah.
The hard thing, though, is he doesn't have the canoe, so he still can't get to a few places like the waterfall entrance, the caravan. I don't think the caravan's actually randomized, though.
But we're still looking for our Kraken, so could be over in that area.
I still find it funny that Tia was the first fiend to actually die, followed by Lich. Luffy gets the first translation on the slab so far, as Budgemano goes down through to a Cardia Isle at the bottom of Marsh 2. A Cardia Isle that is completely looted because they've already found Bahamut's Horde and raided it.
So, knowing you've got 2 black belts, knowing that we're set RNG and those black belts can carry or have armor, how high do you take this grind for Solario?
If you can double it up to 32 on either side, I think you'd be happy. With the white casters, I'd probably just 20 something and be happy because you don't need a huge number of charges necessarily. Obviously, if he chooses to down and go to a single black belt and focus the grind, have one bigger barrel than the other, who knows?
And Pickles, mentioning a flag that I glossed over, deads gain XP. So yeah, we're not dropping anybody here.
You know, that actually makes sense because I was confused. I thought in Skyfloor, one of the runners had dead bodies or party members that I saw multiple experience gains that normally wouldn't. So that explains, and I wasn't seeing things. Well, I was seeing things. They were just the correct thing, and I didn't comment on them because I didn't know they were correct.
I think we should be about up to 21. There's
And
Luffy
Luffy D.
finding. Yeah.
Yep. And Budge Mono is about to find the Bad Eye. Oh, fun. Werewolves have Fog 2 and Gerwolves have Flash. Oh, and Lit 2 on the werewolves as well. Those wolf packs are brutal. Solaris Rex going off to get some more chest checks.
Yep. Got to level 21, so we'll see if they feel comfortable or not.
Yeah, might go ahead and use the spike tiles to grind down the party while he's at it and come back, but that's one nice thing about the ice floors. Those spike tiles are easily available to grind your party members down. Now, does Luffy try and do Brack strats, or does he think his party members have gotten enough buff from just the grind running to get the kill? Looks like he's going Roo Stick. Ooh, a Vorpal. That's ooh, Ribbon +2, 6-pack in ice. That is very huge to see.
Oh yeah.
More so for for Luffy and Rojo because they promoted, but hey, the white mage getting a Ribbon +2 is huge.
And Luffy is going for Bane strats.
Well, we know they work at some point. The set RNG, they will all encounter the same things. They don't know what they'll encounter, but we do. I think that was a gold bracelet minus there
Minus
from
2,
Solaris Rex.
correct.
I believe the scaling is -2 to +5 for armor and weapons.
That appears to be correct.
I don't remember. We've seen the floor that Budgemono is on before. -3, my mistake. Thank you for the correction. We've seen the vampire floor before, but I don't recall if we've gone through the plate or not.
Ooh.
You know, that warrior that had plus legendary swords would be pretty cool right now with the Excalibur found and the Vorpal that's found. But no, we don't get to use that. It even rolled up just for fun.
Oh, and there goes Tia.
First orb lit for Luffy is the Sky Fiend, and oh, interesting. He went ahead and lit the orb, but he did not exit out. He is going back to the Bridge of Destiny. He saw. Oh,
nope.
Oh, he gave me false hope, man.
Faked out. Probably remembered that it was the sea floor and just thought it might be back a floor and went, nah, I'll exit out and go.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Solaris Rex into yet another dive finds Mirage 2, the greater than less than floor, and ooh, cockatrice have sleep.
Because of course they do.
They want to be the jerk birds. Into the Volcano Agama floor, a lot of quick chests and 2 checks for grind tiles. Now obviously he knows where Ice Cave is, he knows where the Agama is. I doubt he'll be checking grind tiles.
You might check 1 or 2, because if you find an eye, it could be nice, but I don't think we'll be going out of our way to.
Alright. And the Rodlock takes to the Volcano Armory. I find it interesting, Budge is continuing to check chests. He literally has found everything except for the floater. Which, Rojo in Provoca is going to be able to get that level 2 white magic and probably be quite happy to find that. Finding a water tile, not a horrible grind item. I mean, I know we
Yeah.
found the floater, I just don't remember where Solarix picked it up. I think it was in Lefane?
Let's
Or the
see.
Lefane dive?
I do not remember either.
Looking for the floater in our tracker notes. Thank you again to our lovely trackers.
There's so much going on, I'm not sure.
My brain is broken. Solarix, through the Agama floor, makes his way into Gaia, or into Onrak, which takes him into the ice connector. Sarda recently had a Great Axe +2, and yeah, Gaia is nothing. Masa +2 out of the Volcano Armory. That is actually usable and pretty dang valuable. Especially sub 20, that can bring one of those black belts online hard and be a very white samurai happy weapon after the punch cans come online, and an or an ice +1. That is usable armor for those black belts. Oh wait, no, Budgemano hasn't promoted, so he can't use it. He can use the Masa though, and happily has it on one of his black belts, as Rojo, our first runner to go into Mirage, finds Volcano 4.
Yeah, I don't know if they were the first. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that is Marsh Top. In fact, wasn't Marsh Top where the floater was?
That's what I'm seeming to recall, but oh my goodness, this seed has been so crazy.
Yeah, it would make sense because that's one place that Solaris Rex would have been able to go other than... Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
So Rojo, our second runner to have access to the floater, has not bought the cube. Otherwise, finding that loot he will also get. Also, our only runner, weirdly enough, that doesn't have an orblet. He knows where Carrie is. Solarix checking both the princess and the king, having already beat Carlin and freed the princess, finds nothing, leaves.
Here, take everything out of our treasury. Take some money.
See, gold is nice, but armor is better. And hey, this is gonna be useful at some point, maybe. Budgemano finding his way onto Sky 1.
Alright, Solario, I think, giving us some new stuff here. I think we're on one of the Cardia Islands.
I think he's actually... No, I think this is Elfland.
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, I recall seeing this from one of our other runners earlier. Was that a ribbon there for Budgemano? Yes, it was a ribbon in Sky 2.
Okay.
Or Sky 1. Either way. In the right side of whatever sky floor Budgemano is on. And Rojo turns in the adamant, gets his loot. He is a cube away from, well, may not even need the cube. I don't think we've seen what the cube has, or the cube block at all, so.
Yeah, not yet. But Solario going after a carry here, so see if we can get someone to get this fiend down.
She does have Thunder and Death. She has Death. That is Death. Yeah. That is our first kill of Carrie.
She has Death, but so did the Black Belts.
Luffy finding his way to the Death Bringer of the Bad Eye person. Solario finds his way to what we know is Tia. Goes left first, will not find Tia immediately, finds some treasure room, and decides I don't need treasure.
mean, they know what's on the other side of Ruby. We already have everything that would unlock anything. They're just looking for the fiends and going. There's no reason.
And Luffy has found his way to the volcano armory. He is going to pick up that masa and that armor. He will be happy to see those. The promoted armor access. Ooh, and some EXP. It's just for extra vanilla or extra juiciness. Interesting. Budge is taking the water grind. He has the masa. He is using it for effect.
I think Budge is at the you take the grind that you found spot, and they're working. So
yeah, when you can one-shot him with the masa equipped, and he keeps getting a single encounter, or not having to deal with multiple enemies to kill.
Yeah, and it's only slightly less than the Agas were giving. The Agas were giving 1660. They're giving 14 something.
Now the thing with the Agamas, though, that was across 4 party members for Solario.
It's across 4 for Budge. Deads gain XP.
Oh, I'm a fool. I forgot that. Yes.
I was about to say something about that, then I remembered. Doesn't matter. Alright, Solario also on Tia, so we could be up to 3 fiends killed here really quick.
Will the Bane strats matter, though? Because Solario definitely has more health, or more everything on his party than the others did at this point.
Are we even doing Bane? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
You gotta throw it out there. I was just curious.
Yeah, Budge takes a death to the Bad Eye, and there goes the kill on Tia. Solario Rex, our first runner to have 2 orbs lit.
Didn't they get carry too? They might be at 3.
We'll see when we get a look at their inventory. Luffy about to find his way into the masa and the armor. As Solario Rex finds the marsh split on the Cardia Isle on the left side. I believe that's plains.
The marsh
And
split and the sea split cannot be in different locations. Come on. We know this is... No.
We're both on Cardia Isles, just different Cardia Isles. And that was a loose eye, Sky 3. Which leads into Kraken. We have found our final fiend.
Wow.
It is on the Cardia Isle. We don't need to go to the Onrak continent at all.
We just got lucky in picking the right side there, and I guess bottom side, and got it.
In fact, the canoe is completely unnecessary in this run. And ooh, cremate on those wolves. I don't think there's a good wolf to encounter this entire seed.
Dark Moon, what did the wolves do to you?
Oh, and the Gersharks have Blaze too, because they do.
Why not?
And Rojo into Sky, going after his first fiend. He wants to actually get the kill on this time. Takes the R-Hydra fight. Going with Bane strats for Solario Rex and Punch. Doing some good damage. Crit 4 hits for 200. Dark coming out for no good effect, thankfully. And Invis 2 stacking up evasion. Oh, we have Rojo with the Warmax sighting. Ding, 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 ding.
What? And runs away.
And he ran away. Boo.
Give the people what they want. Come on.
Budgemano, meanwhile, has taken the dual Gershak grind and Toflocked. Got both of his white mages down. Is at level 19. for his remaining. Yeah, those blaze sharks are very fun, but they die to a Masa swing pretty handedly. Bane not doing a thing against this Kraken, it seems, but I approve of Solario Rex's efforts. And is Rojo going for the Bane on Tia? Yes, he is. We know it works.
I think this took
And
like
word,
4 turns.
Solario is in go mode. He finds the kill on Kraken and just needs to get to Tofer.
I think we're setting at what, level 23, 25? Feels a little rough, but hey, good work.
It is some level, and he does know where a grind is. He can go back to it. He just has to remember where it is. Hey, Elflin was at a volcano. That is the first time we've seen it. I don't think he had stopped at Elflin before.
Yeah.
And yep, he has gone back to Ice Cave. He is going right back to the Agama.
Yep. Slow but consistent levels. Why not? Ooh, are we gonna check out the blue dragons? For a little bit higher level, we might be able to take them. See what they give us.
21. And yep, he's going to take it. And if one black belt can one-shot them and he's only ever going to get them one at a time, this is reasonable. I can understand taking this.
Yeah. You've got the off step, so you do have to be careful here, but shouldn't be bad.
If he gets really worried about the off step, he can just straight up drop down. Ghost Pirates, yeah, the 32 makes sense to me because you get 8 hits at that point.
Yeah, you've got to go to 32, especially when you're here at 25 already. It's going to take a few minutes, but it's worth it.
The fact that we've got a runner in go mode at around 48 minutes is dang impressive, all things considered. Ooh, cockatrice have thunder. Those are some really jerk birds. We knew about the sleep. The thunder is new and slow because, yeah. Luffy casting Iron Rod to try and get these werewolves to kill his party and get him the fast exit. Does not have any white casters available, and they heal 3. And wow, these werewolves are just the epitome of troll. Switches the Thunderstick, just wants to kill him. They're not going to kill him. He has to kill them instead.
Oh, and they're missing or hitting for 1 damage. Oof. There we go.
There's the damage spell. Solario out of his grind, saving at Canaria.
Yeah. Looks like we're headed back, though.
It looks like he's heading towards Lefane, which is Toph.
We're giving it a shot. Level 26 feels a little low, but
do we have a short Topher?
So here we go.
I don't know if we have a short Topher, and we shall find out. We do not, so he has some grinding to do on his way down.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Budgemano is in Mirage, which is Marsh Top, which is the floater location. He's gonna like, why didn't I come here before?
And Luffy gonna find it really quick afterwards.
It is very crazy to think how long Solario Rex has been in the air compared to his competitors, and yet he hasn't actually done that much more exploring. Because there's just so much that can be done with all the unlocked locations in the map, and still, the canoe, completely unnecessary.
Well, that canoe may well, did anyone find the canoe yet? I don't see it on the tracker.
Sarah's doing their thing, just kind of beating down on Celerio Rex's party, and ooh, a Tyro for Budgemano. He's gonna take that juicy little steak. And Rojo actually in Elfland, gonna check the magic, find Invis 2 and heal 3. He's gonna be happy to have that. More heal is better to have than not.
I mean, you're not casting that spell level for anything else, so sure.
And Celerio Rex is down onto Earth floor. How bad can these refight fiends be? I mean, the Lich 1 rolled thick. Could Lich 2 roll thicker? Or have vanilla opening nuke? That'd be interesting. Let's see that. As we see Lich for Solarius Rex, we see Garland for Loopy DB. That's not gonna last long. Harm 3 coming out, 75 damage. Punch coming out, 195. Only 4 hits. 3 hits from the other. These are not fully operational punch cannons. But when you've got 2 of them and you've got casts, you get kill on the Fiend.
That just makes me really scared for what we're going to see later, because those punches are not hitting hard.
Budgemano finding the actual Lefane and Cardia Tiny. Don't know if he even translated the slab. Probably not. Invis 2 coming out. Punch Bane coming out of Carrie. She's getting revenge. Takes down one of the black belts. Meanwhile, Rojo taking on Lich 1. Gonna find it's a little thick, but gonna take advantage of the levels he's got over his opponent. Another Bane coming out, and there goes both the black belts and a white mage. I think I believe one of those white mages had... Oh, nuke.
Oh!
I was gonna say, having a ribbon's nice, but I think we found our gatekeeper is Carry 2.
Yeah. Those black belts just are not punching enough. I understand going back in, but you know where the grind is. Let's go get a few more levels.
He is gonna find these Gersharks. Is he gonna take the Gershark grind?
Okay.
Budgemano going Cardia Forest, finds Gaia, finds a house from the ferry, and moves on to Guardia Marsh. And yes, Celerio Rex taking the localized grind.
Makes sense.
Rojo on to Carrie's floor as Budgemano checks what the Earth 1 leads to, finds nothing, and walks his way back out. He might check the Hall of Giants. There are 2 trap tiles he can check that he has not seen yet. Meanwhile, Rojo on Carrie, going to get that kill, trying to punch, and dead. Bye-bye, Snake Lady. That is a second orb lit for Rojo.
So, interesting strat there by Solario, I don't know if we noticed. Moved around the white mage to the black belt and changed up the turn order here. Changed the RNG around, and now it's not getting hit at all.
RNG manipulation is a thing. Budgemano taking some Whiz Mummy packs, getting some more experience there. 23 across the board on his party in the Hall of Giants, and decides to leave with that. Budgemano about to find his next fiend fight. I believe that is Kraken at the bottom of Cardia Plains. As Rojo finds his way into the ice cave, and we'll find the Agama, among other things.
$29 for Solario, and Rojo going ahead and taking this blue dragon for her bit.
He doesn't know the Agama's floor below, and honestly, with the levels and the punching he's got, the Blue Dragon's going to be just as fast. As you said before, when we saw this from Solario Rex, this is an off-tiling counter situation, but also, he shuffles a white mage up, probably wants it to die fast, but chooses to chop down and finds the Agma floor, or the Agma tile. I keep thinking he's trying to kill off a party member, then I remember, no, it won't work.
Right. Old habits die hard.
What a flag to have enabled when they're forced to have 2 black belts. You can't Dan party members. Well, you can, it just don't do a thing. Dark Moon, you're not a jerk. We appreciate your belief that you are, but we'll say you're not. You're giving us entertainment.
Tenfold chaos. I love it.
You made the flags and rolled the seed. Okay, you're a jerk.
Well, there's that ribbon for Rojo, so they'll be happy to see it.
Yep, that one in the 6-pack, and I believe it was right side of Sky.
Correct.
Or Sky 1 for the other one that we've seen. We didn't see a 3rd ribbon. There are 3 out there. But that ribbon's biggest
2.
for Luffy.
Yeah.
He wants probably 1 on each, or 1 on a caster, 1 on one of his black belts. Or masters. Solario Rex continuing the grind. I think, is he into the 30s yet on this party or not?
If we're not, we're really dang close. Luffy? The floater's behind you.
At this point, I think he might have just spaced the existence of the floater.
Luffy?
He's going north. If he goes north, and then right or left. Okay, he's going to the Ryukyu Desert in a weird way. Nope, he's going Delphin and Marsh Cave.
Oh, Solario back into Tofer, so we'll see what happens here.
Meanwhile, Budgemano has made it to Kraken's floor. He'll be the 2nd runner to hit up the Fiend of the Sea. Solario taking the fight against the Jamiras and Chimeras really wants that experience and loses a white mage for it, but those black belts are hitting hard. That's 7, that's going to be 8 hits currently on each party, or each of them. And 900 hit or damage, 800, 700, anything like that is enough.
Yeah. We got life level 1. Take a few of these things, that way just in case.
And that extra vitality doesn't hurt either. 30-something level and you're almost 700 hit points on those black belts.
Yeah, we just gotta watch those heal pots.
Ooh, Rojo checking the greater than less than chest and finding the power bonk.
Ooh.
It also rolled up and is equipable by his masters, so one of those masters are going to have it equipped and ready.
And that could negate some of the need to go to 32 for Rojo.
Or at least go past 32, because he really wants the hits. The lack of fast is what really hurts there.
Yeah.
But Mono taking very careful, rusing up, Invis sticking up, or shirting up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if Rojo knows they've got an Invis stick plus the power bonk, yeah, you could still punch Chaos.
Ruse stick, white shirt, and power bonk, and the Masa.
Yeah. You treat this black belt like a fighter and you go 24, 26.
I think Luffy is realizing he's forgot something. Just standing there going, what did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, crud, I have the floater. And as I vamped, Solarix took care of Lich 2.
Yeah. Chat thinking he forgot about the dock. Went over there to go do it, but didn't go far enough to see the dock. Just saw the
oh, he's searching for the canoe.
Thinks he needs the canoe to get it. I want you to just go buy it, please.
Sad, sad, sad. Budgemono out of Cardia Isles with the orb lit for the Water Fiend. I don't think he should be leaving the Cardia Isles, though, because it isn't the Earth Fiend down there.
No. All the fiends except for Kraken were gettable on land.
Oh, never mind. I was remembering Tia was down there on Bahamut's Isle top, right side of Sea Split, but that was something they could get to through the tunnel. They didn't have to get in the air for it.
Just remember, everything but Kraken you could get to walking. So yeah, that had to be it.
Well, Solaria Rex has made it past Carry 2, so his grind made an effect. Now he has to deal with the Seafood Party Packs and go into Kraken 2. What does Kraken 2 have in store? There's 2 white mages. Maybe he'll give it double vision and it'll just keep missing. Ruse Stick, Invis 2. Punch comes out. 10 hits, dead black belt. Now, did that black belt have the Ruse Stick? Probably, because no more Ruse coming out from the black belt. He's just going to go with Punch.
Yeah, we've got Invis too, though.
Yep, 4 stacks up, Punch 6 hits for 257. Not doing much harm coming up. Fire 3. Oosh, burning back, harsh. And Lit 3. Kraken has some tier 3 magic to piddle with. Honestly, better to see that than Punch, given the 10 hits of death that he had before. And nope, Kraken rolled down. Solaria Rex choosing to run and not res, and now he's going to res up and heal. Yeah. I see no reason to leave one of the cannons offline. He's double barrel or no barrel.
Using some Cure 4 to bring everyone back up.
Don't bother with heal pots if you got the spells to cast. Gonna go ahead and Invis, and Ruse Stick. 5 hits, 184. This is a absorbent Tia 2. More Invis 2 coming out.
We didn't see that on anyone else's screen, but Budge Mono just finding Wall in level 7 magic that could be useful later.
It very could be. I mean, lack of ribbons, only 1 found, maybe 2 found at most.
Yeah.
Luffy probably going to find his second... Oh, she's already... Luffy's double checking to see if he missed something.
He's going back looking for that canoe.
Solaris Rex also having taken a nuke from from Tia 2 did not help. And Budge on to Lich, which was... Okay, so yeah, you needed the floater to get to Kraken and Cardia, and you needed the floater or the canoe, which we did not find the canoe, to get to to Ice Cave, which is the Lich. The Earth Fiend that was in the Ice Cave. Underground. As Lich gets pulled, Tia 2 goes down, and Solaris Rex is on to the Chaos floor at 1 minute 6:17. Can we get our first kill on Chaos?
Let's get all healed up. Let's make sure everything's ready to go, and here we go.
All things considered, levels and life-wise, this isn't horrible. We've seen at least 1 nuke cast. We didn't see what all the fiends had. And we definitely didn't see what Morak had because Rojo didn't want to fight him.
Alright, how's this Chaos fight gonna go?
Test the water with the punch. That punch hit pretty dang hard.
Yeah.
Ruse Stick and Invis cast. Ruse Stick on the second black belt. Wow, Chaos only doing 92 damage. He is not hitting hard himself. Does he have any spells, or was that just a light tap?
Are we just gonna
For
go, okay.
Zap missing everything, no fourth dimensional access for chaos to his opponents.
Those ribbons gonna come in handy though.
More punches out, 5 hits, 200 some odd damage, nothing too special there. Really wouldn't mind that punch or the power bonk at this point. 5 hits, 200, and that was crit. These black belts are not doing a lot. This is an absorbent chaos. Meanwhile, Rojo taking down Kraken. That is his water orblet. Only 2 orbs left to go. Done with Inviscast. Chaos is going to try and cast Rub. Doesn't get an effect. Meanwhile, the white mages not invising. They are harm 3ing as the black belts continue to punch. 5 hits, 300. Was that a vanilla harm instead of a harm 3? Maybe Solaris Rex either misclicked or just running out of charges.
Just hitting A.
Yep, running out of charges. Quad X comes out, does not affect. That is 400 plus hit points. It will not do a thing. This chaos is thick and annoying, but so far not super lethal. Blaze, the first thing that actually seems to do any damage from him. And terminated. GG's in the chat for Celerio Rex. With a racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, 43 seconds. Let's see if we can get our race winner into the stream. And we are joined by Celerio Rex. GG's.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, did you appreciate Dark Moon stacking every single item easily accessible in bunches?
I mean, that's kind of how this flag set's gone the whole time. I mean, you've got whenever you find big sections of chests, the chances you're going to find like 3 key items on top of each other and something crazy. I feel like that's just the name of the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you have 2 black belts to buff, you really want all those items for the scaling.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you do, don't you? Where are those, by the way?
So, how about that party?
Yeah, I mean, I ran quite a few of these practice seeds, or at least tried to, and I didn't run into anything quite this awful. I think that, once we got a few levels under our belts, it ended up okay. Finding a few early towns opened us up to some more magic, I think, or at least opened me up to some more magic. The harm 3 right away was really nice. And having life right away at level 1 was pretty nice as well. So you just kind of gotta roll with the punches, as it were.
Well, it seemed to work out pretty well for you.
Yeah, what happened? I was scared the whole time.
You ended up going north before anyone else, so you were in the air like 15 to 20 minutes before anyone else.
Yeah.
That gave you the advantage when it came to just searching out things.
I told myself that if I got an early chime, I was just going to run towards Mirage Tower and see what happened. So before the seed started, I was like, okay, if we grab a chime somewhere super early, I'm just going to sprint north and see what happens, hoping that no one else was going to go that way.
Well, that was
It
probably
paid off.
your key.
Nice. Fool's Gambit pays off.
So what do you think of the fact that this is weirdly enough a canoeless seed?
Oh, I was chatting with my fellow leftover members earlier today that I've had several seeds where one of the fiends is in either waterfall or ordeals, like vanilla ordeals location, forcing you to find the canoe. And several times I've gotten like an early floater not ever found the canoe and just been stuck with 3 orbs lit and a canoe location and digging random awkward chests that I had left behind. So I think that was the reason for my fear the whole rest of the seed. I was just like, oh my god, if one of these is stuck in waterfall, I'm gonna cry. But when I dove that, it was Cardia. One of the Cardia islands had Kraken in it, I believe, and that was the 4th orb that I lit. So when I got that, I was like, oh, thank you, saved.
It was close. It was one of the fiends was in Ice Cave Lich, so you needed the canoe to get that one, but you needed the floater if you wanted to get the one you got, and the floater got you that one too. So job done.
Woo! Did anyone find the canoe? Did we know where it landed?
Nope. And Luffy has been searching for it for the past 20 minutes.
Has totally spaced on the Ryokan Desert being on, and is looking for the canoe to get in the air.
Oh no.
We have been feeling the pain. Meanwhile, Budgemano is on carry 2, and Rojo just got through it and is down to 1 black belt standing against a seafood party pack. Oh, the fun.
Yeah, that carry lineup, carry 2 lineup, that was no fun. That, what was it, Bane Nuke or Bane Nuclear or something like that?
Yep, the nuke that Budge just absorbed with his solo black mage, or black belt.
And Rojo
there you go.
Punched out there.
Yeah, now they have the pleasure of Kraken hits, what is that, 10 hits for 1 billion damage on the first round. So
Yep, 1 tap to the face.
I'm sorry, we can see the train coming to hit Budge, but
yeah, this
really,
set RNG.
I can't look away.
Well, is he gonna make it past the Gur Sharks with fire magic and the Wizzahags? No, he is not.
Oh my!
Has anybody else found like a grind? Has anybody else grounded out?
We saw a few we saw the Gur Shark grind for one racer. We also saw a few attacks of the Blue Dragon, and then a one shot on the Agama for another, but no one's really sat down and done a full grind. You were so much in go mode so much earlier, having that floater, that you were able to actually sit down and grind knowing you didn't need to continue.
Yeah.
We had a small one on the waters. I remember who that was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I realized my first dive into ice, whichever one Ice Cave was, I think that's Vanilla Starter location. I realized that like there were some decent grinds in there, but I was also like, man, I am wasting my time. It was that moment of fear where you're like, oh my god, I don't need to do this at all. I know that I like, hey, a ribbon in the free chests.
Yeah, that is the 3rd ribbon located.
Ooh, 3rd. I only had the 1.
There was the Ice Cave 6-pack, there was the right side of Sky 1, and then there was the one we just saw there at the validation check left.
Okay. I don't know that I don't remember seeing Sky 1.
Yeah, I doubt you would have checked it. We also saw things like the Masa +1 and some ice armor rolled up in Volcano Armory, but you really didn't need that. The Masa would have been nice, but still.
I mean, this party really doesn't need it, right? I mean, that's where we're at here. I think that's one of the things, silver linings. Looking at it, I was like, okay, we don't need to worry about like armor really at all. Just find some ribbons, find something for those white mages to wear, and we'll figure it out from there. So not having to worry about, like, I don't know, when I'm looking at these seeds, I'm constantly looking like, okay, what do I not have to worry about? What is off the table? And like really worrying about armor being off the table is pretty nice.
So the black belt promoting into fighter armor didn't tempt you at all?
Nope. I was too far. I was like, I felt good about where I was, and then had the grind, like had the first grind where I ground out until like 26, 27, and then after I gave it the dive, I was like, ooh, maybe I should reconsider. And then I found the Gur Sharks right there in Temple of Fiends and went, okay, we're going to 32 and going to punch our way through this.
The double barrel action won it for you with those few levels. Like your redive after that grind carry just died, and you were on.
Yep.
Speaking of, Rojo just threw carry and Budge Mono on to carry again. And Luffy checking to see if you can get to ordeals without the canoe, and finds that not having the canoe, you can't get to ordeals.
I mean, with all these map edits, it's possible there would be something, but Luffy just needs to go past that place below it so he can see it.
I'm shocked. Oh, he doesn't remember the dock and on-rack then either, because he hasn't checked on-rack.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the on-rack continent was completely optional this seed.
I'm just hoping he goes by it randomly and just sees it.
Kraken takes out the white mage for Rojo. Budgemano through Terry Kraken, Fire 3. Kraken 2 packing multiple level 3 spells. There's the Lit 3. Thankfully not punching anymore after that first hit though, and bye-bye Kraken for Rojo. I wish I could reach out and tell Luffy what's happened, but
Yeah.
all of our vibes, chat vibe. Budge Mono about to take the hit. There goes, 1074 damage, bye-bye Black Belt. Meanwhile, Rojo white shirting and vising up to survive. Kraken, power bonk, using that.
I think knowing the punch is coming is worse than not.
Very true. Oh man, those lower levels on those masters, less hits on Kraken, or T, I should say. Still has the power bonk though, so he can make up for some of the lack of hits by just making the hits stronger. That power bonk was in Mirage 2, greater than less than right side, if I remember correctly. Not someplace that we'd expect everyone to check. Life in battle comes up, Bonk gets on his feet and then immediately gets burnt down by Kraken. Life comes up again, really wants to... Ooh, Kraken had fast. Please kill Kraken before Kraken hit again. Okay, there you go. We don't want to see 2,000 damage. I mean, we wanna. He doesn't want to. Budgemano threw Kraken. Rojo threw a Fiend on his side as well. Rojo, our second runner to actually make it towards Chaos. Gets away from the Metal Golem and is on to the final boss. As Luffy is back into the sea split, Rojo starts the Chaos fight at 120.45. Has the power bonk, chooses to use it, gonna white shirt up, use wall to compensate for lack of ribbons.
Totally viable. And we know that zap is coming, so totally needed.
Indeedly do, and we know that Chaos does not hit hard, so if you can avoid his 4th dimensional kill spell...
Okay.
The power bonk black belt stayed alive, and the invis casting white shirt is still there, so I do believe this is totally viable.
Yeah, this is doable.
Meanwhile, the Inferno killing 2 of Budgemano's party members in the Tia fight. Getting the Cure 4 off after the heal, so the black belt comes back up and is punching. Rub coming out from Chaos does not get the kill. Still very absorbing. 3 hits, 300 damage. All that power bonking helps, but it doesn't compensate for the levels. Quad X coming out, not getting the kill again.
There's the blaze.
Blaze just doing some chip damage. The heal 3 coming up to cure up all there, and Ice 2 coming in, even less chip damage that time. At this rate, ooh, poison. That's the first
Ooh.
really damaging thing we've seen from Chaos. Did not do a whole lot of damage though, which is huge.
That does mean we're further into the spell script than we've seen, though.
True, true. Not having 2 level 32 black belts makes it harder for Rojo to take down Chaos. Gets the heal 3 out, really wants to keep his remaining 2 party members up. 4 hits, 400. That's the most damage we've seen so far out of the black belt, but that's only 4 hits. And meanwhile, terminated for Rojo as Budgemano takes the fight. And that is GG's her Rojo second winner, or second runner, second place in the race. Race time GG time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, 50 seconds. GG and welcome Rojo.
Thanks.
So what did you think of the front-loaded item locations?
I mean, that's something that I'd seen in practice. I don't know exactly why, but yeah, like in a few of the practices I played, there are, sometimes like 5 items in one weird location, and it is what it is, and half the time they're useless because you get the adamant, and I don't know what it was this time, but half the time it's like here's 500 gold.
Well, I mean, at least you got them early to help get some levels on your forced black belt, white mage party that you couldn't Dan characters on to focus your experience.
Yeah, I made some pretty bad decisions really early on, like just trying to be cute and chase down those chests, and I think like whatever was in Tof, or the location that is Tof. So that cost me like probably 5 minutes of just wiping over and over, thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the early canoe and bust this thing wide open.
Well, the canoe literally never showed up, so...
And yeah, I guess I got to a point where I was like, okay, I think I found like Tia, and I knew where Carrie was already because I wiped her earlier. And then I found like some chests, I think in Crescent, like the armory, Volcano Armory, and decided I'm like so far behind at this point that I just got to start orphaning chests, which feels so bad because it's like you got to remember where all this crap is if you actually want to finish the seed, and that's really hard to do. But I got very lucky, and turns out I didn't need to open too much more. The ribbon and power bonk saved it though, for sure.
Yeah, that quick check on greater than less than gave you a much needed boost.
Yeah, I think there's a reasonable chance that I don't make it through Tofer without it. Like maybe Wall saves it somehow, and I can like rearrange the party on after a failed dive to get better results, but that's such a long shot.
No, the Tofer was actually reasonably brutal, although honestly, Chaos wasn't exactly that hard.
No, I mean
that
the
was
Zap is
shocking.
not really what you want to see. But aside from that, yeah, he wasn't doing too much. I don't even know if he actually punched me at all. Successfully anyway.
Punch was very little. It's like 90 damage.
Oh wow, I guess I was a little over aggressive with the white shirts, but it is what it is.
Well, look, picking up Wall at level 7 actually, I believe, would make a big difference there. So, Good utility.
Yeah, that was kind of always my plan when I promoted my black belts at like level 4 or 2 or whatever it was. I was like, well, I got white mages, so at least I'm almost certainly going to find Wall. I would have been very disappointed if I didn't.
And Budgemano finishing out Chaos. Third racer done. Race time GG time at 1 hour 26:35. GG's Budgemano. On the question of the party promotion, you did get the tail and immediately turn around and turn that in.
Yeah, I saw that the black belts get fighter armor, and when you're level 4, and things are walloping you for like 60 damage, some iron armor or chain armor or whatever makes a big difference. So I figured I would sacrifice my late game potential for early game results.
Well, honestly, it didn't do you badly. And we are joined by Budge Mono. GG, man.
Hey, GG.
So, would you like to comment on the party?
I just laughed when I saw it. Sort of the Sunday race with black belt, white mage, black mage, and then just turn that up to 11. You don't need black magic, I guess, if you got 2 punch cannons.
And the other question is, how did you like the front-loaded item locations, where basically everything was all in one place or another?
I mean, I feel like when you play Oops All Loose, that happens a lot. You'll get tons of items really quick, but then most of the turn-ins are just sort of worthless. They lead to nothing. I think one of them was actually a real turn-in this time. Adamant, maybe. So I wasn't surprised to see that. I sort of screwed myself up. I thought I had Canoe. I had it on my tracker that I was running. Bounced off. I stopped opening boxes, bounced off a river, and realized, oh no. So a little bit of panic there. Found the floater at least, and then I guess nobody found the canoe. So that's interesting. But
Yep, this is a canoeless seed that didn't need to go to the on-rack continent at all.
Not for lack of trying, though. Luffy's been looking for the last 20 minutes.
Bird.
Sorry.
It's unfortunate.
Did find a boxing nest, apparently.
We did have the cube for sale in one of the shops, too. I was a little blown away when walked into Crescent Lake shop and saw that the cube was for sale.
Yep, 1,300 at Matoya's Cave.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, man, I don't have the cube, but didn't I see the cube? But where did I see the cube? And then I thought maybe I reset out of it, or maybe it was in a shop, but I just completely blanked on where it was.
Well, it was also optional, so worked out.
Yeah, got lucky on that as well.
All your vibes to Luffy to go south.
It just
do it,
has
buddy.
to pass the river.
What you guys haven't seen is he went down there, got to where the screen went to the river, but not the docks, and went, what? And then went the other way.
Oh no.
We are in suspense. His screen hasn't frozen. He's just thinking.
Looks like we're checking flags, maybe.
Yeah.
So, Budge, did you at all think to promote when you got the tail right next to Bahamut?
Briefly, but I was still really low level, and I didn't want to trade the MDef that early. With no guarantee of finding a ribbon or a wall, which I did eventually find. But, I guess it would have gotten promo armor. I had most of the magic I wanted for the White Mage pre-promo, so... and I knew it wasn't very deep. I don't think Bahamut was, so it'd be a quick pop if I needed to get something, but...
I'm trying to recall, were you one of the ones who checked Volcano Armory and got the Masa?
I did have the Matza. I had one black belt swinging. I think it was a Matza +3, which was doing about the same damage of a mid-20s black belt with fists. I think they were pretty equivalent, so...
I got the Blue D grind going, or at least a few fights on it. Or was it the Waters?
Yeah, I never really found a Ray grind I stuck on long. I did the Waters for a bit to get to mid-teens. Mostly I just took fights as I went. I'm trying to remember if I really found anything all that good. A couple Gershar, a double Gershar tile and Tof. One of the Tof lock boxes. I did take that up to above 21. That was really my only other grind.
From what we saw, the only real grinds that were taken by multiple people were those Gersharks.
I got a little excited with the zombie D's in Marsh Bottom, and then had like Blaze or something ridiculous. And
Yeah, they said nope.
I think everyone tried to take them and then went away really quickly.
yep, that was.
Yeah.
There were a lot of nasty packs. The werewolves had something. Like everything had a script.
Every
felt like.
single wolf had something that was painful. I
Oh,
mean,
oh,
the
oh.
normal wolves had cremate.
Oh.
Oh my word, he sees it just. I just looked in the race room and it literally just says, "I'm such a." I'll try to go faster now.
Oh boy.
Oh, Luffy.
And Luffy is in the air at 1 hour, 32 minutes, 49 seconds.
Way to hang in there.
I think he needs to go and crash it into anything and everything that he could possibly crash it into out of frustration.
Yes.
He needs to rage drive that float, or that airboat. Taking a very long lap of Cardia. Gonna find himself a fiend fairly fast here.
Oh.
Only needs this fight on Kraken and then the Ice Cave, but obviously he's in Canary Isles, so he has plenty of places to check before he thinks to go to Ice Cave.
For all he knows, he still needs canoe, right? So maybe we'll actually find it.
At this point, I'm fairly certain Canoe's probably behind the rod or the cube lock in on-rack or something. Because it's basically the only place we did not go was the on-rack continent. You know, it's probably Elf or the Herb turn-in to the... Yeah, the Herb turn-in wasn't done, neither was the Crystal turn-in, so it's probably Herb turn-in, Crystal turn-in, one of which is behind the cube lock.
I think I went through the cube block. I don't remember what was behind it, but I did find a cube block somewhere. I did not clear mermaids. Somebody else did. So maybe it's here.
Nope,
yeah.
and Luffy's only doing it out of desperation.
Yeah, I exited out and it felt so bad because it's like one of my favorite places in the game, you know, along with like Volcano Armory.
Well, at least Luffy might be willing to carbonate bubbles. With prejudice. Might.
Yep.
And left it hanging.
Okay.
Hey, there's the defense sword, extra cast of Invis. Or Invis 2. He now has the full panoply of evasion gear, the roost stick, the defense sword, and the white shirt.
That 90-something chaos is definitely not going to touch him.
Half me wants to crack open the ROM and see what exactly the chaos had as far as his strength.
Not much.
It took forever, but it was a pretty straightforward fight.
Yeah, I think he dumped all of his stats into absorb.
Yeah, it's basically how many times can I hit him for 100 to 200 damage to get there.
Mhm.
For about 4 minutes, about what it is.
Yep, Luffy gonna be happy to find the Kraken floor right behind this change. Oh wait, no, it's past the next 2 floors, I think. He's done. He doesn't want to search for anything. He's just like, I'm gonna go. Ooh, rock golems with trance because troll. Oh, and crack. Normally you use crack on them.
We just need one white mage to live.
And cremate because they can. And there we go. That's Kraken's location.
Has Luffy actually not finished up the Earth Orb? Or are we behind on our tracker?
Nope. The Earth Orb is in Ice Cave, and he only just got in the air, so he
That's
hasn't
right.
gone there. And now that he's in the Cardia Isles, he's gonna be checking those before he checks anything else.
I counted that as one of the things that we could get to on land because I'm so used to having the canoe.
Yeah, I don't think I actually had a single practice where I didn't get canoe, and really a practice where canoe wasn't actually required.
Well, that's what happens when you enable every access bypass in the randomizer, short of randomizing the entire map itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we already did that earlier. Assuming Kraken will go down reasonably quick. That said, Luffy has been searching for so long, and yet he has not been grinding during that time, so his levels in power are actually not that high.
Did take a few just on the way grinds, so we're okay.
That is the third orb lit. Where does he go from here?
Back in?
I think he was remembering the marsh split.
He
We
went
did
marsh
up.
split, and it was yeah, that was mermaids.
Yeah, that was
Well, I
Bubbles.
know that, but does he know that? Does he remember that?
I mean,
Maybe he just wants to recarbonate bubbles. She reloads every time you leave. She's just like the Hooray dwarf. She's temporarily locked.
or did we skip by these chests and we still think we might need canoe?
Not leaving any room unchecked.
I mean, what is it? Twice bit, or once bit, twice shy, whatever, you know?
I mean, I definitely don't blame him.
Now, the crazy thing would be if it turned out hint givers were on.
They're not.
And unfortunately, we know that. Oh, and the yeah, the Oxio was optional too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
A Cardia Isle that goes to a Cardia Isle? What is this? Vanilla? Oh, he translated. He could have checked. In fact, he translated. The Lufanians could have the canoe.
I mean, yes.
No one checked it. He could have checked it there. That is a good point. Ghost Pirates. There is no point deficit necessarily for not finishing a seed, but at this point, it's a matter of principle. If he doesn't complete the seed, then he has to must assume that the wall did not give; his head gave instead. If you're gonna put your head against the wall hard enough, enough times, either it or your head is gonna give. He's given up on searching unnecessary chests at this point because he's not going to the Lich's armory either. There's the cube block that was taken to Gaia. Okay.
Didn't
Which
expect
the
Lefang,
Oxio...
Yeah.
I think this is a house, if I remember correctly. Yep, a house from the ferry. Harm 4, that's nice to see with the promotion being able to use that, but that's it for the Cardia Isles. Where does he go from here? He only really has 2 options. Or 3. Actually, no, he hasn't checked Sardis Cave yet, so he's gonna go Sarda and, yep. Hey, you can get a power bonk if he checks.
Yeah.
So it's this cave, Sardis Cave, Volcano, Ice Cave. Not, I mean, Sardis Cave is Ice Cave, but the actual Ice Cave entrance. And then the on-rack location, which we know isn't necessary, so. Wasn't it Elfland at the bottom of this? I can't remember exactly what's here.
Elfland was... It was somewhere easy.
It was Volcano.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's where my item shop for Tofer Grind was. For dive.
Ale, I understand the frustration he's got. He's just like, I don't want to search anymore. I've searched every box twice. He's probably searched more boxes than there are in the game by double checking boxes he's already been to. Oh, that was the on-rack location. Or on-rack itself. And he doesn't have the Oxyale, it seems, so he can't even check what's there. Finds wall. Gonna pick that up. Oh, he does have the Oxyale. And finds a Cardiaile and backs out. So he's gonna find Ice Cave and go, great. He's thinking about it.
Well, knows it can't be a fiend.
Yep. Is it Volcano first?
Oh.
It is Ice Cave. He's in the correct location. We are in go.
Even if it was Volcano first, it's going to be really quick, so yay.
I love how the chat is now contemplating the values of forfeit versus non-forfeit in multiple forfeit situations. Also, Luffy just having to go all the way back to Cardia Isles.
Oh.
Was that the nuclear spooters? Or the poisonous spiders or something like that? We saw at least one Danny-ish thing. I should ask, how many... Every single person got Carrie's floor backwards, right? Going left to the not incentive item room?
I believe so. I think everyone checked the link just, yeah.
I mean, once you're over there, you might as well. And the Lich 2 that actually was pretty absorbent, or thick at least, but goes down, and that is 4 orbs lit at 146.20. Luffy on his way to Tofer. Now this is when you really wish, why don't we just have a short Tofer? Come on! Like, really?
Try to catch
Now,
what level
Stinger
Luffy's
Giants.
at.
I would have to be at the high 20s, mid-high 20s, because
25.
only at 500, yeah. Only 500 somewhat health when we saw 32 was around 700 for Pudgmano.
We did go ahead and promote early, though, so
yeah,
we're
Solaris
treating these
Rex,
black belts like a fighter.
True.
25
He has the
isn't a-
moss on one.
Yeah, it's not a bad fighter level. We've got... No, we didn't pick up Power Bonk. Did we?
Yep.
No.
He skipped that. He was done searching chests at that point.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to check these chests and find that third ribbon. Wow, he's not even taking the Ghastly fight. He just wants to go.
We've at least got to give it a shot. If he bails out
Yeah.
here, then we might do some checking or some fighting, but you got to try. Oh,
He found the ribbon. It's the right move.
oh my goodness, chat. If everyone forfeits, it's a 4-way tie for first. Alright, Luffy, how are these fiendry fights gonna go?
I'm a little curious to see how the carry fight goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can escape those, the poison gas.
Well, we've got that one, wow. We've got the one ribbon.
He's
Can't
got
remember if we
2
got a
ribbons now, I believe. I believe I saw 2 ribbons in his inventory, so.
Would not surprise. As long as one's on that white mage, we should be able to get through there, but ugh.
Yeah, that Bane rocked me, but it felt really nice to take advantage of the set RNG the next time through.
Mhm.
I felt like that went perfectly on my side. Felt good.
So I've got carry 2 open up here. We have Bane, Nuke, Lit 2, Nuke, Slow 2, Fire 3 at a 50%, or actually no, a 3 and 4 chance to cast, so 75% chance to cast. Plus Tornado, Blizzard, and Thunder.
Okay, made it through the first vein. Yeah, speaking of taking advantage of the RNG, I think it was Solario. Did you switch around a white mage with a black belt to get RNG changed at one point so that you were able to one-shot the something, sharks or whatnot?
Yeah, so I did that on several occasions actually. So I ground a few levels out of the Agama tile when I found it. And so I swapped the black shirt onto the character on my party that was going to go first in order to speed up that fight significantly. And then I also did it on the Gersharks so that I moved the black belt into slot 3 so that they would punch first and punch the shark that was using Blaze on turn 1.
Yeah, we had just noticed that halfway through you were starting to take him out without any damage. So,
Yeah, it was pretty... I felt pretty smart.
yeah, nice reading the seed there.
Taking a look at what we got with Kraken 2 coming up, it's Fire 3, Lit 3, Ice 3, Fire 3, Fast, Fire 3, Ice 2, Lit 2. We only saw Fast as like the deepest in the spellcast, but good thing that it died before it could punch again, because we saw how hard it punched.
Without fast, yeah.
The craziest thing is it only had a 50% chance of casting spells, and it had no abilities to use. So the fact that it didn't punch more, it's just impressive. Good luck with that set RNG.
So everyone get ready to say goodbye to Luffy, the first black belt.
Puts the roo stick on the bottom, or on the white caster.
You're hoping to keep life.
Most definitely. We saw multiple times life in battle actually doing a thing.
Kraken's got to come out punching to put the fear in him.
Yeah, 11 hits, 1040 damage. Using that defense sword for the extra stacks for roos, plus the roo stick, plus the white shirt.
Getting a few of our evasion caps going here. casting. Cure.
Cure 3, keeping it alive. Cure 3 on the other white mage. Weirdly enough, the light mage with less life is curing the white mage with more life, but
You just need one.
true. Wow, going with Expert, trying to take
Okay.
down resistances. Life coming up, taking up, and then falling down. The black belt at the front, Luffy not getting himself up. And there's the fast. We are deep into the casting. We did not see a chance for it to punch again, so we do not know what's coming next.
We got plenty of evasion, so 2 hits.
That made a huge difference.
That made an amazing difference.
And that is down. It only had 696 hit points. That was a very thin Kraken too. But it really needed to be. On to Tiamat 2.
Gotta take care of some errors on the way, though.
I mean, it's just air. You just gotta blow them away.
Oh my goodness. Phoenix, are you here?
So does everyone have some canoe puns ready for Luffy?
You did a lot of canoodling about the map, didn't you?
There were a couple of dock puns going on.
Really should have went and talked to Ron Rivera. I mean, his name is Riverboat. Her nickname is Riverboat. Nah, I couldn't do it for him. I just like, man, that's an endurance run, ain't it? Speaking of the run currently ongoing, though, this Tiamat 2, packing Fire 3, Fire 2, Stun, Quad X, Stop, Cure 4, Rub, and Nuke.
Okay, so
And then Nuclear, Inferno, Ink. So it definitely had some dangerous stuff, but the Nuclear really was its only big hitter.
well, that Cure 4 could have caused some chaos.
True, but thankfully the spells are only a 48 and 128 to cast compared to the chance of abilities, which is 64. It is, however, much thicker than Kraken, 1,921, so 1,300 life higher than Kraken was.
Bring that back up the black belt just to punch him down, though.
And
Alright.
finally moving on to Chaos. Just out of curiosity, I looked 1% crit, 2 hits at a 167 hit chance, and a strength of 113 versus a defense of 144 and an absorb of... Well, yeah.
Okay.
He just didn't hit that many times or for that much.
Luffy giving us the victory lap.
As far as the spells, Zap, Rub, Quad X, Ice 2, Fire 2, Lit 2, Stun and Lit 2, and then Blaze, Poison, Crack, and Nuclear.
Moving the rhythm.
So
moving the
plenty of
croquet
options. Hides himself.
Black belt down to 4. Roost stick, defense sword. Okay. Got a Thor's hammer and the Bane stick, just in case. Getting a fog 2 off. Okay.
Hey, I mentioned Fog 2 could be useful, and he's putting it to use.
Yeah. There's definitely worse things to do.
He doesn't have the natural absorb of an unarmored black belt, and wow, Zap hits both white casters immediately.
Chaos playing around like it's Kraken or something.
I mean, it's a thematically correct or accurate spell to use. I mean, he is the chaos of time. Zaps to the fourth dimension.
What are we sweating for? 2 hits, 2 damage. Ugh.
Three hits, 144. Blaze comes out. Masa swings for 2 hits. Wow, the Masa's doing less damage than the bear punches, just for the hit
Yeah.
count.
This is
2
when you wish that you
damage.
could remove it during battle, but
Unfortunately, varying your equipment in battle is not something I don't think any of the Final Fantasy games allowed.
a later
Or at
one
least-
does.
Yeah, anything beyond or anything before the PlayStation era.
You can do it on Final Fantasy 6-3 or whatever you want to call it. Oh, you can.
So
Yeah. Yeah, so I thought 6 did. I thought that was part of the speedrun strat.
so the SNES generation and later.
Correct.
I'll admit I haven't played any of them.
I mean, it's only been 2 years since I've done that speedrun, but I thought you did. But we're oh, hey, finally a hit there. 3 for 130.
Crack coming out for no effect.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we know the next ability is nuclear. Goes
Keep
for the
Quad
spell
X now.
instead. This has been going on so long that the spell list
There.
is... Yep, there's the
There it
nuclear.
is.
He's run through his entire ability list and 3 spells over a run of the spell list.
And that's not going to feel good because now just, Blaze or something can take you down.
The next ability is Poison, and the next spell is Ice 2.
At least we know that that one black belt, doesn't matter now, that one black belt's not doing any damage, so... Holy!
It is over with an official racetime.gg time of 2 hours flat. GG Luffy.
GG, man.
So
Oh my.
like I know we've been here a while, but like let me tell you a story about this guy who's like wears his canoe and just has this moment of like absolute clarity and despair at the same time, just sailing around the ocean thinking that he doesn't know what's going on. And I cannot thank you guys enough for putting up with that.
We were sending all the vibes.
Oh my god. And like when I finally got in the air, and I see just like everybody's finishing, and I'm like, I missed something somewhere. I'm checking everything that I double checked, and like I'm just praying, like, please just let me find Lich surface level and not need to dig out this canoe, because I can't keep people here all night.
We were staying for you. We
Oh.
were staying for you.
Oh
All
my
the way.
god. Thank you guys so much for sticking around.
I don't know if it counts the chests twice or not, but 126 chests, so let's count that at like 250.
Like, funny enough, that's the least amount that I've opened in any of my practices too. So I did
Nice.
something right.
Yeah, half of them were hidden behind canoe.
Oh my god. Like Solario, GG's, Rojo, and Budge, like GG's, like I mean, thanks for putting up with that.
So you have anything you'd like to say about it apart from where's the canoe?
No, like, where was it? Please humor
We
me.
have
No one
earthly
found
idea.
it.
No one knows.
Oh my
Probably.
god.
It was probably on the or in on rack behind the herb and crystal that were never turned in.
Yeah.
I turned into Crystal. Crystal was nothing.
Ah,
I did
We
manage
thought
that.
You might find it with your sea runs and stuff. Like, you gotta find the canoe.
And like I like I said, I'm just praying to myself that I don't need to dig it out, and I don't need to go to ordeals, and I don't need to go to waterfall, and just please, 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 please. And everything I'm doing, it just wasn't there, and Lich wasn't there, and then Lich was there at Ice Cave. I'm like, sweet. And then, shout out to Danny teaching Dark Moon how to roll seeds, and poison spiders freeze me in my tracks, and I have to reset back to Cardia because, reasons.
I was wondering if it was the spiders.
It was the spiders. It was the spiders. Thunder, like Geist or something, and spiders with poison. This was just terrible, but it was fun, and I have fun for as embarrassing as that was.
I like Rojo's suggestion here in chat. Let's run it back again, but first a canoe wins.
I start with the airship. Give me a head start. Yes. Yeah, fun. But I don't have much to say. I'm sure you guys got through final thoughts 2 and 3 times. Thank you, everybody, for crew tonight. Thank you, Jay Scheidel, for pulling double or triple duty. Thank you, Socket. Thank you, Thavian. Thank you, my friends in this community. I'm glad we can all laugh at this together. And it stinks that this was the semifinals, but at least I got a few points for my team. So that's better than nothing. And don't forfeit, fam. Forfeits, they're no fun. This was more fun, right?
I mean, chat's talking about doing a 4-way forfeit tomorrow so that, everyone gets first place.
I love that idea. The only winning move is not to play.
War game strategy.
Indeed.
Everyone gets 0 Dark Moon.
Socket, let me tell you about that victory lap. I'm thinking, like, I'm going to do this victory lap, and I'm going to be so embarrassed when Chaos kills me. And I made it through, like, 8 or 9 rounds, and I think the Lit 2 came back out again. I'm like, okay, cool. I feel pretty safe right now. And then, like, the rub and the zap, I'm like, okay, this is fine. And then somewhere in there was a nuclear, and I got real scared. And I don't know if I had it in me to do it again. I really don't.
We got real scared too. Don't worry.
Oh, man. So, GG's, everybody, tonight. Thank you, crew. Thank you, RPG Limit Break. Thank you, everybody. I hope you at least had fun.
Thank you, Luffy, for showing us how to stick it out. There's a lesson to be learned.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there is.
I'm not sure what it is right now, but there's a lesson.
Me neither, but I appreciate you at least admiring the try.
Alrighty then. Well, we might as well go through. We've got, I think, pretty much everyone left on here. We had not actually done final thoughts yet, so let's go. Let's go ahead and check everything out here. So, starting up with Budge. Any final thoughts?
Oh, what else is there left to say? I mean, it's excited to watch the last 2 semis race. Really hoping to get into the finals, but tough competition moving forward. Thanks to everybody for putting on the stream. It's always fun to be part of these. GG's, everybody.
Rojo, what you got?
You know what? I'll be the one who thanks Dark Moon for rolling us a spicy one. It was something all right. Definitely have not seen white black belt. So certainly kept things interesting. I don't know if my team will end up in the finals or not, but at least my potential last race was something interesting. But other than that, GG, and thanks to everybody involved for putting the show together.
Well, I think that then takes us to Solario.
Thanks, everyone. Again, thanks to the crew and everyone. Thanks, Jay, for pulling double duty here. This was a weird one, but I think everyone involved hopefully enjoyed it. So GG's to everyone, and can't wait for tomorrow's match.
Well, I'll pass it off to Thavian here in just a second, but a few housekeeping things before we head on out. This is the semifinals of our Fall League tournament. So we have semifinals this week, finals next week. We've got 2 more races left of our semis. That is going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m., I believe, also here on RPG Limit Break, 9 p.m. Eastern, sorry, here on RPG Limit Break, and then on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Final Fantasy Randomizer channel. So stick with us for that, and Thavian, take us home.
Thank you very much, Jay Shale. Not just for co-commenting with me, you also handled restream duties, doubling it up. Very much appreciated. And of course, double thank you for Socket and for Ghost Pirates doing the tracking. This was a long one, and there was a whole lot of stuff to track. Oh, so appreciated. Thank you as well, obviously, for our racers for the excellent entertainment, and Luffy for the extra dose of it.
You guys
you
almost
wanna-
got 2 races worth tonight.
If y'all want to get in on the Final Fantasy Randomizer fun, just head up to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com, where you'll find links to not only the randomizer itself, but links to the Discord where you can join the crew, join up, get into playing the randomizer, talking to other people, fun people. You can tell how fun it is to be with this community just by the personalities you've been listening to this entire time, and the racers you've been seeing raced. With that, I have been Thavian Hawk for Jay Scheidel, Socket, and Ghost Pirates. Thank you very much, RPG Limit Break fans. Have a good evening.